So, I am so excited to share with you a glimpse into Pfizer. It's trading right about $28 a share right now, and it's a steal. So its target share price is $34. Its 52-week high, I believe, is around $42. Low was around $25. That's not exactly what I want to tell you, though. What I want to tell you about is what a fantastic opportunity this is to be a part of this company that was started in the 1800s, went public in the 1940s, and continues to lead the charge on amazing vaccines like the COVID vaccine, really fantastic prescription drugs that can change your life as far as fighting obesity and diabetes. They do everything from over-the-counter medications like Chapstick and Robitussin and Advil to advanced disease-fighting drugs. They have the world's best brains on their teams doing research and design and development every single day. I can be part of this with $28. You can be part of this with $28. Yes, they've had some struggles recently, but their CEO is fantastic. We're going to dive in, take a look at this great company, take a look at the CEO, think about if maybe we want to be part of this type of company at some point in time, or we want to lead the helm of a company like this. Do you know what it takes to be a CEO of this magnitude? My friend Albert Bourla, who is the CEO of Pfizer, has led the company for the last 25 years, was a veterinarian first. And I wonder if he ever thought in his lifetime that he would switch courses from working with animals to leading one of the largest drug companies in the entire world, and for such a long time, and doing such amazing things through a pandemic. I mean, it probably would have boggled his mind had I told him this when he was your age at 15. Let's go ahead and think about if we have what it takes to be a leader in business, if we have what it takes to be a leader in business school. How can we start developing those soft skills now, as well as our analytic skills? How can we really start bringing out the best in others? True leadership is working with people and you make them rise up. You make them feel that what they're saying in a meeting is important. You make them feel that you understand what is really, really important in their lives so that they can go to work for you on your team and give 110 because they're not worried about their own health care, their own salary, their own working hours, their own work-life balance. How can you be thinking as a leader to ensure that they're bringing their A game every day, that their voice is heard, that their concerns are met? That's what these really good CEOs of our time in 2024, that's what they bring to the table, and that's why they're paid, frankly, millions and millions of dollars every single year. Their pay is associated with the share price. So the company doesn't do well, they don't get millions and millions and millions. I mean, they still do all right, but they don't get as much as they could. So it is in their best interest to treat people with utter respect, dignity, listen, and just do right by them, which all of you can do. All of you are going to start young, and I can't wait to see what's around the corner for you. So let's study Pfizer together.
Found. Drugs are invented. Creating a medicine is like solving a very complex jigsaw puzzle. There are these moments of exhilaration when you get a string of pieces that actually do fit together, but you then quickly run into problems. Drug discovery really starts with a hypothesis. I believe that this protein is involved in this disease. So we take that protein, we then screen thousands to millions of compounds to find chemical starting points that bind to the protein and change its function. I know that's too complicated. Every compound that we test is a potential drug. As drug discovery chemists, we change that molecule using a rational design process. When you think about chemistry, you can't see any of this stuff with your naked eye. One technique that we use is called protein crystallography. We grow a crystal of the protein, and if you shoot X-rays through that crystal, they diffract into a unique pattern. We use a 3D visualization, just like a 3D movie. Ultimately, we need to understand how these potential drug compounds are interacting with the protein so that we know what to change. There's a whole team of scientists who study that compound, constantly asking the question, is it good enough to be a new medicine?
Okay, sure.
If you find out your initial hypothesis was wrong, it's like taking that entire jigsaw puzzle, dumping it out again, and saying now you have to start all over. And by the way, this time it's a different puzzle. What keeps us going is the fact that we have a very noble mission. It's an incredible feeling when you know you've made a difference in people's lives.
The first thing that I would like to share is about the CEO, Albert Bourla. He is Greek and went to 2 really interesting universities before his time at Pfizer, becoming a veterinarian. He had no idea that at some point in time he would spend more than 25 years leading the helm of Pfizer. So it's really exciting that somebody who had so much education decided, okay, I want to go ahead and be a tremendous business leader. But that's exactly what happened. Okay, the next thing I'd like to talk about is Pfizer's 5-year revenue stream. So they started out in 2019 at $40 billion, 40 billion with a B in revenue. And then went to 41 during the pandemic, 2020, 81 billion, and then 100 billion in 2021 and 2022 because of, I believe, bumps in the vaccine. So people were buying a lot of vaccines for COVID, and so their revenues went up. Makes sense. Then you see a dip from 100 million to 58 million. 100 billion to 58 billion. Now, why did it dip so much? There are 2 drug misses that Pfizer had within that 2022-2023 timeframe. One is with the vaccine. It's not that the vaccine for COVID wasn't working, it just, I think, ran out quicker than other vaccines. So they pulled it, and that means that they didn't get the money that they put into researching these amazing drugs. And when you research a new drug or you are researching the latest rendition of a vaccine, the newest edition of a vaccine, you spend a ton of money, research, materials, minds, human power to actually get the thing to work. When you don't have a return on that, when you have to scrap the project, you're going to lose money. So that's what happened. And then they also had to scrap their obesity drug. Not because it didn't work, but because the side effects were too much. Now they're looking for a rebound in 2024. So I'm really excited that their billions of dollars that they made, that they lost from 2022 to 2023, as an investor, that makes me sort of like, ooh, okay, I'm going to put a star next to them in my journal because I might want to buy them, because I believe that their stock is just going to go up, up, up as their revenue goes up, 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 because these 2 drugs have been in the news, and it looks like they're going to be cleared. It looks like it's going to be good times. They're going to be selling, and that they're going to be winners for Pfizer overall. So I'm really excited about that. Secondly, when I look at the average stock price for the last 25 years, you see it starts at $16 over here on the left side, and goes to about $27 here, average stock price per year. So we're at about $27 now. Several years ago, it was at a high at $44, almost $45. We're getting this. It's pretty low right now, the average price for Pfizer. Again, that makes me excited as an investor. That means it's on sale. I believe in the company. I believe in the service. I believe in the CEO. I'm excited about this.